thought he was a really cool guy. I think that still kind of like persists, or it's still the same. I think he's a chill guy.
Yeah, I think when I first met him, I was like, wow, because I saw him playing electric. I was like, man, this guy is pretty good at electric. I was like, wow, this guy's so cool. But then getting to know him, he's not that cool, you know. Yeah, he's alright.
Like way too cool. Yeah, I was just meeting him, like the first person that I met in CCM. It was just.
My first impression of Justin was at CCM Bonfire, back when we were, like, the 0 week bonfire back when we were freshmen. And at the time, I thought he was kind of normal and very attached to Michelle. And how did things change? In some ways, things haven't really changed. He has become very attached to Michelle. And I mean, I guess I've learned a little bit more about how eccentric he is, kind of, versus like how he presented himself at first. So
my first impression of Justin was like, why does he look so angry? Like, why is he like not like me or something? Like, I don't know. I just thought like he didn't really like. I don't know. I got negative vibes. I think it's because of his eyebrow angles. But okay, that's not his fault. But now, I mean, he's just like a cool, wait, no, what am I saying? I don't know. He's just Justin. I don't know. Okay, done.
Okay, so the first time I met Justin was at EV when he was a first year, and I tried to talk to him, but he's actually kind of a difficult guy to talk to. So I guess he's changed in that way. So it was like very one-sided conversation, and he's just very like introverted and like brusque, I guess. Which I guess he kind of is still now, but I was like, man, this guy, he just doesn't say very much, and he's just not a very friendly person. So that was my first impression of him. And I thought he was the EV leader at first because he's the only one there, but then I realized he wasn't. And so that has changed though, because I realized that behind that hard exterior is a soft teddy bear waiting to be held. So yeah, I found out he's actually a good guy, and that he's easy to talk to once you get to know him, like I said, and that he's just overall he's a cool guy who's very dependable and reliable, and just someone who you can just kind of trust in, and just who will always just do what needs to be done. And so yeah, I've come to respect him a lot and admire him in a lot of different ways, just for being ADM and all things he's done for CCM and just in his personal life. So yeah, that's what I'd say.
I was thinking something along the lines of like a koala.
Oh, okay, something that moves slowly.
Yeah.
Yes.
You like a chihuahua? I don't know.
I'm sorry. Sea lion.
Can you say that again?
Sea lion.
Listen, is when we trolled Andrew together, and then Andrew got mad at us. It was really funny.
Wait, can you say that again?
My favorite memory of Justin is when we trolled Andrew, and then we got in trouble by Andrew because he was really mad.
That was
And then
not a good troll.
It was an
bad
interesting
troll.
experience for me and Justin.
For me, I think it was actually this year. We went to Yosemite for the spring retreat for CCM, and it's kind of gay, but like I should say that. Sorry. This is a video. But like yeah, we slept in a car together, and it was like so comfortable. And that day actually rained, so Peter and Michael sleeping in the tents, and they got like all like wet and stuff. But like we were like, you know, cozy and comfortable. You know, we were like, that was my favorite and funniest memory.
I think that time when he lost in ping pong or something, and we drew like a face by using like his nipples as like the eyes, and like his belly button as like the nose or something.
And so this is like a very minor thing, but when I was moving to different apartments, Matt and Justin were the ones who helped me out, and so like I never forgot about how eager they were, or just how down they were just to help me move and like carry stuff and like take and use their cars to like just transport things and like stuff like that. And so yeah, I was like I was really thankful for that they were just down, you know, and they didn't expect anything in return, and they were just so willing to help and stuff like that. So yeah, that was cool. And then going to Portland with them, that was also a favorite memory. Yeah, learned a lot about them. That was an enjoyable time. So that's what I'd say.
Well, I think like there were a couple, like there were a few, but the one I think of right now is when it was like sophomore year and it was finals week, and then we were both in the same math class, and then we were studying for the math final, and I had an iPad and we used a banana as a stylus. Like we found out that you can use a banana as a stylus, and that was pretty hysterical. Yeah.
I don't know. Probably the one where he's like, carrying like 3 or 4 bags simply because he's the only guy that like decided to wear appropriate for hiking in the water. He was basically carrying everybody's bags for us, and we we're all hoping that he doesn't fall and like wreck all of our electronics.
It's a deep question.
About who?
Justin.
His hair.
I think my favorite quality about him is that he does what he wants, and like he doesn't care about like exactly how others may perceive him. Okay. And yeah, you see, like he just does what he wants, and you know, very independent, I guess. And he doesn't let other people like if they think badly of him or whatever like stop him from just being himself. He's very true to himself.
Favorite quality, his mushroom toes.
What is my favorite quality? I guess I appreciate the fact that there's just too many.
Oh my god.
Okay, I think my favorite quality about Justin is the fact that he's just actually a pretty easy guy to talk to once you get to know him, and he actually tries really hard to make conversation and stuff, even though he may not always like enjoy making conversation. He does try, so I appreciate that about him. Like he tries and stuff like that. So it's like I think it's one of the more underrated qualities. That's right.
Basically, I remember last year, like I was asked the same question last year, and I said the favorite quality of. Can you do it? I'm so sorry. So I remember I was asked the same question last year, and what I said for that was basically he's not judgmental. That's one thing that I really appreciated about him. But I think this year serving on call with him, one thing that I learned about him is that he really cares about CCM. He really cares about the ministry. I know it's not really about the quality, but it's something that I really appreciate about him. Yeah.
I think I really agree with that. Like his heart, like for this ministry, and like his compassionate heart that he has for this ministry. So I think that's one thing I really appreciate about him.
I think it helped me grow, just because it was a challenge, and every challenge makes you grow. That's so general, but like I don't know, just like. You know, it's really like a commitment, and there is a sacrifice, but I think like through it, like God really stretched me, like just in terms of what what I could initially handle and what I could handle like now, and that's only by His grace.
So I think for me, yeah, just through serving core, what I learned the most is how to rely on God. It's really, because a lot of times I just feel challenged, and I feel I face like difficulties like in terms of serving, and a lot of times I really don't know the answer to that. But like I think in those times, in the midst of those difficulties and challenges, I learned how to really rely on God and really ask Him for the counsel. Yeah, that's something I really learned.
I think it's very similar.
진짜 그만하자,
Like in the midst of like serving, like the need to really spend time with God, even though like you're serving and like it seems like you're doing a lot like for Him, like how like important like your personal relationship with God is. Yeah.
This year, serving on core helped me grow. It just helped me to kind of, I feel like, be more willing to assert my opinions and be more willing to just really kind of be willing to put myself out there a little more. My first year, I was a little more introverted or quiet just because I didn't really know what was going on and I just didn't feel like I had seniority. But I think Justin has really empowered me to just kind of do what I want and just kind of take charge and to really just be independent. And he really does a good job of just allowing us to be ourselves and just do what we need to do to get a job done and not really kind of like putting a lot of barriers, obstacles in our way. And he just lets us kind of do the freedom. So I think that's really nice. And just overall, Justin, thank you for being a great friend. Thank you for just being a good person, honestly, and for being someone who cares so much about CCM and the ministry, and who just really loves being in this ministry and loves his people, and just really wants what's best for it, sacrificing it for it, even when it at the expense of your own personal comfort or costs or whatever the case is. I think I really admire you and respect you in that way, how much you care, and you probably care more than pretty much almost everyone in this ministry. So thank you for that, and thank you just for all the work and time you put in over the past 4 years to make it what it is today. Really, tons of respect for you. So that's what I'll say. Thank you.
It's usually like this. Like doing weird things to Michelle. Stop it, Michelle. Stop controlling me. Like, just let me do what I want to be.
Him. He's like, hey guys, so we're about to start core meeting now. Does anyone want to open us up in prayer? Oh, the person who sits on the prayer chair. That's who should open us up in prayer. Ha 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 ha. So funny. Okay, yeah, that's my impression of Justin. Sorry, it's a terrible impression, Justin. But in my heart, you're golden. All right.